Hey guys, Cajun Reseller here, back at you with another What Sold video. It's our week 16 of 2025. Coming up on the Nashville meetup, so yeah. A little late to sign up, but if you're in Nashville and you want to go to the Nashville meetup, let me know. You don't really have to register, you can just show up. First up is this Resistol hat. This sold for $60 plus shipping. It sold super fast, which makes me think I probably underpriced it, but I based it off of the comps that I saw, but yeah, it's 7 1/8 inches, so it might have just been the person looking for the right size, but maybe I did underprice it. But it sold for $60 plus shipping, so that's a good sale to start out the week. A glove sold. This one also sold super fast. I didn't have a chance to put it up in the inventory. MZC 20 Mizuno catcher's mitt. Anytime I see a catcher's mitt, I'm going to look it up. This one really wasn't worth too much, sold for like 27 plus shipping, but still a decent sale. We got Bing Bong. He did work. I took the batteries out for shipping purposes, but this is Bing Bong from Inside Out. He sold for like 20 plus shipping, I think, something like that. He even has water in his eyes. If you squeeze his belly, you can see tears in his eyes if you get close enough. Tiger sold for like $4 plus shipping. Shouldn't have picked it up in the first place. It's a Fiesta branded Tiger. I thought it might have some value to it, but really not worth picking up. This sold on Poshmark. These are Castaway Club luggage tags. These sold for, I think they sold for like 22 plus shipping on Posh. Or no, 14 plus shipping on Posh. This sold on Mercari. It's Dior perfume, Miss Dior Rose and Roses. Sold for $60 free shipping on Mercari. So a good sale there. It's basically full. You can see it's essentially full. I don't think I actually listed it on eBay. I'm not sure why. Other than you're not supposed to list used perfume on eBay. Mercari, I think it's acceptable. Savannah Bananas hat sold for, there's the tag, it originally cost $25. This sold for like, I think it sold for around $20 plus shipping, so close to what they originally paid for it. Those seem to be in demand. MetaZoo little dragon figure, not worth the money. I thought since it would be 403 out of 600 to be worth some good money, since there's only 600 made. At least I assume that's what that means. But really it's not worth that much. It's also a first edition. But yeah, he sold for like $11 plus shipping, so he's set for a while too. It's not like I undersold him. He's set for a while on eBay. Max from Little Mermaid, he sold for around 20 plus shipping. He was listed for a very long time. I think I actually got him when I went to Pensacola to visit my friends there, so it took him a while to sell, but he did sell. It's probably been listed for a couple of years. And then Toothless sold for $40 plus shipping. Has been listed for a while, but I'll sit and wait for a $40 sale. I'm not sure why this one's worth so much. I sold the Light Fury version of this for about the same, but she sold super fast. He took a little bit longer to sell. Maybe with the new How to Train Your Dragon action movie coming out and the How to Train Your Dragon world in Universal Studios, it's making him sell. So he can fold up pretty quickly and he'll be able to ship pretty cheaply. So yeah, that's it for sales for the start of this video. Hopefully I'll have some more sales come in. Another pretty slow sales day today. 2 items going out on eBay and the rest are all whatnot. This Sugar Plum Fairy little figure from Little Kitchen Fairies from 2004 sold for like 22 plus shipping, I think. I got a bunch of these for like $5 or $6. That's the second one to sell. Sold one thing on, a couple things on Whatnot. Like I said, this Lego flower sold for $1 on Whatnot. One person bought it. They didn't buy anything else, unfortunately. I was trying to incentivize people to buy by putting stuff down cheap because nothing was selling at all, and that's typically what happens on Whatnot. Though that sold for $1 plus shipping. Best sale on eBay, $90 for these Converse shoes. You definitely would not get that on Whatnot if you listed it on Whatnot. These 2 sets of Nike, Converse shoes, I should say, they're actually going to authenticating. So I didn't think they made fake Converse shoes, but I guess we'll find out or not. But yeah, those are the 2 eBay sales. Also on Whatnot, I sold a bunch of sports stuff for like $46 plus shipping to one person, Cajun Queen. So Christian Okoye, and then a ton of NASCAR figures, or NASCAR cars. I sold them for $1 each. I just figured I had them listed for $1 each on Whatnot, and she said, hey, I want to buy a bunch of them, so I just did bulk deals on that. Didn't actually lose any money on shipping, which I thought I was going to, but yeah, so decent sales. Probably close to $150 in sales for today. It's not great, but it's not terrible. So hopefully sales will improve today. I have 1 offer so far, so hopefully they'll improve. I'm actually going to the Goodwill bins again today, so hopefully I'll find some more stuff at the Goodwill bins to put on either Whatnot or eBay. So I've done this a couple times where I filmed the YouTube short and Instagram story or Instagram reel and then forgot to actually film this part for y'all. Luckily, I only packaged up 1 item so far. This is a ghost for $29 plus shipping. I've had it for a long time. It's just a random ghost. Somebody said they had it as a kid, so they wanted to buy it. So sometimes it just takes the right buyer to come along and buy it. And that was on eBay for $29 plus shipping. This Peter Rabbit, if you can see him, he's in the packaging, but he's ready to go. Sold for $11 on Mercari. This is an Atlanta Braves shirt that sold for $38, free shipping on Mercari. Got it at the Peaches to Beaches for like $2 probably. Raising Cane's plush sold for like $11 plus shipping. I'll have to put him in a box because he does have sunglasses, so I don't want those to break. Normally plush I just put in a bag, but now I'm going to put in a box. This little clock, it's a Barbie clock, Barbie accessory, sold for like $4 plus shipping. Not really worth it, but I listed it, so might as well sell it. Red-Nosed Raider, got this in Alaska like 5 or 6 years ago, so that's how long this has been. Well, I don't know if it's been listed that long. Probably has actually though, so it took forever to sell. I actually got it, like I said, I got it in Canada. So I bought it in Canada when we were walking around British Columbia, I think, Canada. But the highlight for today, by far, is this Panasonic Travel Vision TV. This thing sold for $425 for it's a tiny little TV. You can see it's 1.5 inches across. It even says 1.5 inch diagonal, world's smallest and lightest color TV. CT101 is the model number. This came out of a storage unit, a pretty recent storage unit actually. So yeah, a good sale there, obviously. $425. It shows somebody watching it in the back of their car. So I guess camping maybe, I don't know. Either way, that is a very good sale. Probably the best sale for this month. And it's not the best sale for the year, I don't think. It might be though. Either way, it's a really good sale. And I'll take it. I need a good sale right now. So yeah, I did also do a Whatnot show yesterday. Sold 0 items. That's what Whatnot means sometimes. At least at the point I'm at on Whatnot, I'm more going to sell 0 than I'm going to sell good. But yeah, that's it for sales for today. Here are my sales for today. Starting out with the sale that's probably not going to get paid for, and it was only $3. 76ers hat, $3 plus shipping is what someone bought this for. They were in some random foreign country, and even though it said payment was going to be automatic, apparently it's not on eBay for international orders. So yeah, probably not going to get paid. Probably not worth the effort of doing the listing. Next up, these two sold on Whatnot. I had a Whatnot show for an hour. Flush and Fillet Raid Train. I sold 3 items total. Apparently, I don't know how to hold an audience on Whatnot. These sold for $4. Lucky the Goat sold for $2 plus shipping. And then I sold some Build-A-Bear Converse shoes for $2 plus shipping, or $2 local pickup, since I'm going to be seeing the person that bought it, Lauren Holscoama, in Nashville in a week from today, actually. I'm filming this on Thursday. The other sales, this Warriors hat sold for like $13 plus shipping. Came out of a storage unit, I think. This gray elephant he sold at like 2 o'clock last night, but apparently I stole the shipment out today, even though it was 2 o'clock the next day. Even though Pacific time, that should be the next day as well, because it should be 12:17 Pacific time, but I don't know. Either way, it doesn't matter. Sold for like 13 plus shipping. This LSU hat sold for 12 plus shipping. Army pants, slacks, or shorts, these sold for like 8 plus shipping. Came out of a storage unit. And these Dockers also sold for 10 plus shipping. I think they were also out of a storage unit. So a lot of storage unit sales going on today. Not for anything, nothing for really big money, but it's better than nothing, I guess. It's like 5 or 6 sales, but really low dollar sales. And that's it for sales for today. Here are my sales for today. Not good at all. They did pay for the Sixers hat. So $4 plus shipping, and I'll ship it out. I'm surprised they paid. Mega Constructs, 4 of these blind bags. Almost said boxes, bags. I was trying to say bags. These sold for like 13 or 15 plus shipping, something like that. This was from the 127 sale from a year or 2 ago. Pokemon Nintendo 3DS Omega Ruby, just the case and the manual, no game, sold for like $11 plus shipping, so it's a decent sale. The rest are all Whatnot sales. So I had a Whatnot show yesterday. Most of these sold for like $3. Hello Kitty sold for $3. These Tupperwares each sold for $3. Probably not really worth it when I don't know how shipping's going to work on this. I don't know if I have a box big enough. That is priority mail box. So we'll see how that goes. Eevee sold for $3. I think that should have gone for more, but that's what I put it at. So I got to learn from my mistakes and put it a little bit higher. Disney Vinylmation magnets sold for $1. I just put them at $1. I should have kept them at 2 or 3, but let's see. AFMA, cats. These things seem to always sell. These 2 both sold for $3 each, I believe. Might have been a little bit more, but you got Robin for, I think Robin sold for like 2 or 3. Leonardo sold for 2 or 3. This one got bid up to $6, so that's the best sale from Whatnot. These are all from the Goodwill bin, so I didn't pay much for them. And then this random lot of Barbie toys also sold for like $2 plus shipping. So, I mean, Whatnot's a slow grind, but it did provide $36 or $40 in sales, which is more than eBay gave me for yesterday. So, decent sales day on Whatnot. Not so great on the other platforms, but hopefully they will improve. No sales today. I'm filming this at almost noon on Friday, so hopefully the weekend sales will be good, but so far it's not looking great. Here are my weekend sales, and happy Easter to everybody that celebrates Easter. First up, this Avengers Build-A-Bear sold for like $12 plus shipping. Blue Bear. These sold for $14 plus shipping. Kentucky Wildcats Golf Club covers. This BarkBox toy does work. That probably got Jenna's attention. Sorry, Jenna. BarkBox is my puppy. For those that don't know, I have a dog named Jenna. BarkBox toy. This sold for like $18 plus shipping. Some little action figures. These two Anna and Elsa dolls sold for like $12 plus shipping. These little pixie, whatever these things are, sold for like $7 plus shipping. And I had a couple Whatnot shows over the weekend. Technically, I did 7 shows in 7 days. The report back on that is Whatnot's hit or miss. I did 46 one day, 0 the next day, 36 the next day, and like it just varies. It went back and forth. Video game shows obviously always are the best. I have some of that I'm going to show y'all. This is all the cosmetics. Most of these are new in the packaging. Karanique sold for like, most of these are $2 or $3 plus shipping. Some toothpaste. This is Mary Kay, ELF, Elf. To me, Laura Mercier powder, and then La Roche-Posay. This sold for like $5 plus shipping. So, yeah, I mean, it's a decent sales. It's not nothing great, but it's just stuff I had out of a storage unit. $2 for this. That would, you know, if I sold it at a garage sale, it might sell. But you're not allowed, and most of the, I think all that was new. You're not really allowed to sell used cosmetics on Whatnot. So, yeah. The video game show, I'll show you that as well, and then we'll wrap up the sales for this week. Not a very great sales, but that $425 TV was definitely worth, made it a good week, but other than that, it really hadn't been that great of a week. Nintendo Switch box only, that sold for like $2 plus shipping. These games, Resident Evil, this one sold for like $5. Hercules sold for $2. See if I can find the one that actually sold for some decent money. It was 50 cents for PS3. Right here. This game sold for like $22, I think. I looked it up and it was selling for around $50 on eBay, so that's the difference between eBay and Whatnot. I told myself I was going to run anything I saw in the pile. This was it. When I looked it up on eBay, it probably went for like $50, so that's what listing it on Whatnot gets you, is you lose $28. So everybody can say, oh, well, you know, it sold super fast on Whatnot. Yeah, but you lost out on $28, in my opinion. Also sold some NES games, untested. Some of these were untested. And then, of course, I sold these two to a buyer. I said, untested, this one does not play. They bid $5 on it and then said they want to cancel it because they didn't realize it didn't play. Whenever in the listing, the first thing that it said in the listing was, doesn't play. Yeah, and Whatnot has a no cancellation policy, but then they let the person request to cancel. It's not any different than eBay. So everybody acts like, oh, you know, Whatnot's so great because people can't cancel. Then why does Whatnot give them the option to cancel? If I don't accept the cancellation, they're going to be mad. They're going to, never buy from me again, and they're probably going to leave negative feedback because there's still one item that they did buy that they want, apparently. So I'm going to cancel them. It makes no sense to me. Everybody acts like Whatnot's the greatest thing ever. But I don't know. I'm not a believer in it. I like the money that I get from it, yes, but I don't like when they say one thing and then let the customers do another. So yeah, that's it for sales for this video. Obviously the best sale is that Sony, or whatever that thing was, Panasonic TV, a little tiny 1.5-inch TV. I'll take that sale. I wish I could have that sale every day. Thanks for watching, guys.